The synagogue of Satan is referenced twice in Revelation 3:9, and in Revelation 2:9. Also in Revelation, the Church of Philadelphia is mentioned as being the last church to be keeping the faith. Think about how this nation's original capital is Philadelphia. No doubt that name was taken from Revelation. If you take the time to read Revelation, you will notice how often the numbers 7 and 4 are used. Think about this nation's birthday, July 4th. Revelation 3:9 reads, "Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee." Revelation 2:9 reads, "I know thy works in tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan." It was all written. This nation, no doubt a Masonic Zionist creation. If you learn this language, if you learn this history, and you see how it all connects, from the original capital of Philadelphia to the nation's birthday of July 4th. Notice the Gematria of July 4th, summing to 156, one of those numbers that connects back to God. Notice this question on the screen. Why do some Jews write G-D instead of God? G, the 7th letter, hyphen, D, the 4th letter. G-D is a lot like writing 74. The words Masonic and Jewish have a Gematria of 74. Look at these words with 74 Gematria, Truth Seeker. English and Gematria, both equal 74. Masonic, 74. Jewish, 74. Jesus, 74. Cross, 74. Joshua, the English translation of Jesus, 74. Messiah, 74. Gospel, 74. Only the 33rd state, Oregon, sums to 74. Again, we talked about the pairing of 33 and 74, these highly Masonic numbers that show up in spirituality, science, geography, history. Oregon, even abbreviated OR, which has a Gematria of 33, the 33rd state, reminding us how Jesus was crucified at 33 on the cross. Again, alphabetic order in Pythagorean Gematria, 74. July 4th, our nation's birthday. All this meaning hidden from us for all these years. Words with 47 Gematria, the reflection of 74, very important. Words such as obey, authority, mafia. Mafia in Jewish Gematria sums to 47, where M is 30. Star of David in Pythagorean Gematria, 47. Israel, recognized by the United Nations in 1947 with a 33-member vote. Judge and gavel, 47. Beast, 47. Time, 47. President, Whig, Republican, Christian, all words with 47 Gematria. This year, the first Republican debate was in Ohio, one of two states with a Gematria of 47. The other is Nevada, where the Democrats had their first debate, also for president. See how it comes together? Ohio, Nevada, president, doing things by the numbers. There's duality with words in Gematria too. Here are some shining examples. Beast, 47. Beauty, 74. Judge, 47. Jury, 74. Candy, 47. Fruit, 74. So many things in this nation have the Masonic fingerprints. Notice the word flag has a Gematria of 26, the God number, where we started. Flagpole equals 74. We've talked about how these numbers come together. The flag was established June 14th, 1777. Forgot a 7 there. But that's a date with 33 numerology. All these numbers connected to God coming together. Only 3 states in the Union have a Gematria of 33. The 1st, Delaware, the 6th, Massachusetts, and the 50th and final, Hawaii. Before there were the 50 states, there were the 13 colonies. Of the 13 colonies, only 3 were established on dates with 33 numerology. The 1st, Delaware, the 9th, New Hampshire, and the last, Rhode Island, just like how the 1st and last states have 33 Gematria. Rhode Island equals 311 in Jewish Gematria. This is interesting because USA breaks down to 311. Look on the screen. Using the principles of numerology, USA becomes 311. Also, USA in simple English Gematria sums to 41. 41 is the 13th prime number. There were 13 colonies to start it off. This is what I mean when I say our entire history has been scripted by these numbers. This is how the Zionists and Masons operate. Notice the phrase, the beast equals 311. Many people throughout this world definitely see the United States as a beast. It has brought a lot of suffering in the world and the time it has been here. With regards to the 13 colonies and manifest destiny, if you take the gematria of all 13 colonies, and then you take the numerology of each of the gematrias, that means breaking each number down to a single digit. For example, Delaware was 33. Instead of adding 33, you make it 3 plus 3 equals 6. So you break all 13 colonies down to a single digit, add them up, it sums to 66, which is interesting because manifest destiny, what the United States was found upon, has gematria of 66. The royal family currently owns 6.6 billion acres of land, an amazing sum. King in Jewish gematria equals 66. Currently, Prince Charles is 66 years old, and Charles equals 66. We talked about that. Again, 66 books in the Bible. The first ever highway built across the U.S. was Route 66. Route 66 even has a gematria of 66. Very special numbers. Again, a number that ties back to 33. They all come back to God. Also, with regards to the year of establishment, 1776, something else interesting about it. If you add 17 plus 76, it equals 93. 93 is a very special number in the occult religion Thelema, which is about do what thou wilt. Essentially, do whatever you like. Reportedly, the religion is only as old as Aleister Crowley, but I have a feeling it's actually much older, and it's just Aleister Crowley who revealed it to the world. The religion is called Thelema. It is closely associated with Israel and Zionism. Notice that Thelema, Israel, and Zion all have gematria of 64. The phrase do what thou wilt in Pythagorean gematria sums to 64. The number 93 represents do what thou wilt. The meaning of 93. Israel's Congress is known as Neset, having gematria of 93. Remember, Israel was first drawn up and proposed to the UN, but it was first drawn up on September 3rd, which can be written 9-3. With regards to manifest destiny and how this nation began, let us not forget that it began out of bloodshed and the genocide of the native people. Supposedly CC, Christopher Columbus, C the third letter, CC 33. Supposedly he named the native people here Indian because he thought he was in India. I think that is a fairy tale, a false story told for deception purposes. Don't forget Christopher Columbus was also a Zionist Jew. If you read about Jewish history, they are sure to point this out. They don't call him a Zionist, but rest assured he was. Anyhow, the word Indian has a gematria of 33. And the Indians were destroyed with smallpox, which has the scientific name variola, which has a gematria of 33. Another thing used to kill people just like arsenic, also with this same coating. It was a genocide that this nation began out of, this manifest destiny. Genocide has a gematria of 44 with Pythagorean, just like the word kill equals 44. Further proof that our language is based entirely on these numbers. The last variola outbreak in the history of the nation was supposedly in 1947 in New York. Where else? The person giving this presentation, myself, I live up in Seattle. I always admired Chief Seattle and his speech. It's one of my favorite speeches from history. These days, I wonder if it's even a true story, and this is why. Seattle was originally named Alki, which has a gematria of 33. Remember, Seattle's up on the 47th parallel, this special number. The Space Needle has a restaurant that does a full rotation every 47 minutes. The college here is Huskies, which has a gematria of 47. Anyhow, the name Chief Seattle has a gematria of 113, 113, this special number. And in history, he gave this great speech about all things being connected, which you can read online. And supposedly he gave that speech on March 11th, which can also be written 11/3, perfectly aligning with his name. Learning this makes me suspicious of who Chief Seattle might have really been, and if the speech is even real. If you read about the speech, there's also many people who say it's been rewritten several times, and it's even questioned if it ever was really given, which is sad to think about because it is truly a great speech. All things really are connected. This gematria is further proof of that. The date Chief Seattle gave the speech, March 11th, 1854, is a date with 86 numerology. The words symbol, triangle, and pyramid have gematria of 86. This nation dropped the bomb, Hiroshima, on August 6th, 86. Very symbolic. 8/6/1945 was a date with 33 numerology. Speaking of 33, here's some 33 words you should know. People, person, society, order, federal. Notice the symbol to the right, the federal symbol for this nation. The stars make the symbol the Star of David. And that symbol has been with this nation longer than Israel has been around, showing who has been the boss all this time. That symbol is two three-sided triangles, almost a visual representation of 3333. The federal government is headquartered in Washington, D.C. Washington, D.C. equals 137. 137 is the 33rd prime number. The federal government was previously headquartered in Pennsylvania, the Keystone State. Keystone has that gematria of 33. Again, manifest and destiny, 33 words. Reward, punish, deserve, all 33 words. Very special number. One last point about this nation. This nation was founded by 33rd degree Freemasons, including George Washington. The word Freemason has a gematria of 96. The ranging degrees of Scottish Rite Freemasonry are 31 plus 32 plus 33, summing to 96. It should also be known that the word Scottish equals 113, that other special number we've talked about. Freemason, the small way, sums to 42 with the S exception 51. America in simple English gematria equals 50. There are 50 states. America in Pythagorean gematria equals 32. Matching UK in simple English gematria. Supposedly, this nation got its independence from the UK on July 4th, 1776, a date with 32 numerology. If you pay attention to news stories, you will so often see the numbers 31, 32, 33 used. Very Masonic numbers, numbers that show up a lot in this nation's history and ongoing media stories. The media, very active with gematria. That concludes the lesson, Truth Seeker. Thank you for tuning in. Until next time.